Good morning, guys. It's 6:30 in the morning, so we're coming way before pre-market. I have big obligations today, so I'm not going to be able to be around. But I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. I'm going to walk you through all of this. The first thing, so this is the back test that held of our breakout. Okay, we just swept the high. The recent high. Now we're trying to set a higher low. The higher low is likely going to be right around here. This is all chop, okay? So this whole zone, I understand that there's a lot of suck involved in playing this as far as leverage or ES or whatever. But here's how you want to execute on this thing. There is a very high chance that we hit right around here, okay? When this hits this area, we are going to look for a retracement of some sort. If this retracement holds a higher low, it's either going to be here. I think it'll be here. It might be a little higher, it might be a little lower, but the idea is that we hold a wick down after we sweep all-time highs. If we are able to do this, then this leg that we're looking at that comes after is not going to be like this. Okay, it's not going to be garbage range, it's going to be trend leg. So we have to get through this part. The best way to trade this kind of price is to trade small, because even though these moves don't look huge, they actually are. I'm on a logarithmic chart, so this was a 40-point drop, and this is just a range, right? A little tiny range that it's building. All of these are small, but the signal and the noise are two different things. Right now we're dealing with the noise. The signal is that we very likely go higher, and the idea is that we go up to around here. Look for a higher low after that. Might be here, might be here. I'm going to label it as this because it makes more sense, but I want you to know it can be lower. What we can't do for the bull plan is to lose our breakout range right here, which I'll have highlighted. I'll make sure to cover this in the plan, that we don't want to lose our breakout candle, okay? I don't think we will, but I'm going to cover it so you understand that specifically about how to beat wrong. I want to also cover how this looks. Probably choppy. It probably chops through all of these. These were all targets. It missed its target by 76. It missed its target by 5 points. Usually this means we're going to squeeze right through it. So these were the targets right here, right here, right here, right here. But there's a good chance we squeeze through this first one because we missed it by 5 points. Okay, so look for this. How the best way to play this, guys, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the way to play this rally. It is bottomed out versus ES, and we expect it to go hard in the paint as soon as it catches its first expansion candle. You can see all of the consolidation on its back test of its higher low. Right here, we found our high, we looked at our higher low. So what's the best way to be exposed to Bitcoin? The plays that we're in already. That's why we play relatively strong plays. It's not because I like the stock, but I do. I like the chart, and the idea behind these charts is that when ES goes hard or higher, these will go faster than ES, and when ES comes down, these will go down less than ES. So basically we're building in advantage and compensating or mitigating for being incorrect or wrong in our timing. So again, to reiterate, ES will work, SPY calls will work. If you want to get SPY calls because you love SPY, you want to look for them right here, not during this part. In fact, if we pop into open, look for a retracement right away. Okay, and then that retracement higher low, that's your opportunity. If we lose this box, then I am simply wrong. We are looking for a false breakout, and it will take us down to here and here. I do not think so, though. So this lockout rally, if I'm correct in my assumptions, it's going to come here, set a higher low, and then we're going to go hard. Okay, and we're going to look for 7,800 and about 8,000. This is not a time-based thing, it's a price-based thing, so it could be days, weeks, doesn't matter. The idea is we get there. If I'm right about the price, then that is the direction that we go. I'm not going to go over all the positions, but I will say that I've been watching CRV and I've been watching Jasmy, specifically Jasmy and CRV together. And to me, it looks like it's not quite time to add Jasmy yet. But if you're like me and you've been holding through all of this right here, this months. It's now May, since January, this month of chop. We are just setting up a wave 2. So it is not a bad time to add any time now if you want to do this, because your invalidation criteria is the swing low, and that's not too far away here at 0.005. We're trading 0.00572. So your ad is up to you. Remember, I hold about 2% of my portfolio in alts. If I'm correct about alts, it's probably going to be about 25% of my portfolio based on the profit take. But I also keep it small because this is the degenerate play, right? Like, I don't know if I'm right, but I want exposure to this, because if I'm right, I'm going to be really right. MVAX, I'm looking at this morning. This has a really good upside. This is a play that we've been in. Okay, I shit you not. I drew this structure out a year ago, and it's just been playing out roughly like the wave structure I imagined. I even have the alert down here for the buy. I sold MVAX really early. I sold it around maybe I don't recall, but basically I stopped out of MVAX during one of these spikes up and down, and I threw the money in AMD. Well, this MVAX consolidation looks to be over. So if you want to play MVAX, I have a pretty good idea. It's going to go from about 9 to 50. Okay, should you buy calls? I don't think so, because what happens if I'm wrong about how many of these that we get, and then it goes? I think I know the target. I don't know the timing necessarily. If it starts impulsing and you want to buy calls, then that's up to you. But I think the stock here is closer than it was when I originally alerted into it back here. Okay. The only other thing I can see is Oxy. I think it's going to bounce into my short target, so keep your alerts on your short targets. If I get this bounce, I'm still going to enter at 62, okay? So it looks to me like it's coming back for me because technicals work, and if that does indeed happen, I will be shorting 62 with a stop above 66. Be ready for that play. Be ready for Bitcoin to... Remember, this is okay. If Bitcoin tags down here, this isn't bearish, right? If it bounces, goes. This is in the video from yesterday. Exactly like this. If you want to play calls on something, consider BitX instead of SPY right here, because you can literally cut them if this range fails, right? So you can long 76 and you can cut them at like 74. Sorry, back here where our stop loss is for Bitcoin. So that's an extremely tight risk to reward. What you can't do is buy out of the money weeklies, because even with tight risk to reward, you're going to lose your money being stupid. So be careful with that. Yeah, that's it, guys. Let's see if Bitcoin hits its downside that I'm suspecting at the same time ES does. ES holds some sort of higher low over this breakout box. I know this is it could be here or it could be here. I don't really know because the breakout wick's so far down, but I do know that once we find our higher low, we're looking for a high. This whole leg will suck, and then this is the one that you want to concentrate on. Okay, so I set you up for what I'm looking for, what it will look like for me to be wrong, what a false breakout looks like if I'm wrong, what the Bitcoin bottoming process looks like, how to best exploit it using crypto, and the stock swings that we're in. That's about it, guys. I have to go today, and I think this is enough for you to get where you need to go as far as execution. Take care, guys.